All right, guys, let's go through these. Okay, guys, first one, inverse here. This is what we did last class. Remember, you're thinking restricted part of the circle. So inverse sine of 1/2, that's the right side of the circle. What is it? Pi over 6. Good. All right, inverse cosine, that's the top of the circle. So where does cosine equal negative root 2 over 2? 3 pi over 4, yes. All right, inverse tangent, right side. Where is it? Negative 1. Negative pi over 4. All right, cosecant. Guys, if you're struggling with the cosecant or secant ones, think of it as inverse sine. And then flip this. So negative root 2 over 2. So what is that one? Are we okay with that one, guys? We see it? Okay. Same thing with secant. We can think inverse cosine, this time of negative root 3 over 2. So what is that? 5 pi over 6. Good. All right, what did I need to do on number 6? Triangle. Yes. Which quadrant is it going to be in? Second. Julian, I hope you know there are not 5 quadrants. All right, and then the sine of that little angle would be 4/5. Did we do okay on that one? Okay, so inverse cosine, you can only pick first or second, right? And then since it's negative 3/5, do you think, yeah? Okay, just piece it together like that. Fortune, you okay there? Okay, which part? Okay, so do you see why we're drawing a triangle? Okay. It's inverse cosine, so that means it has to be in the first or second quadrant. It's negative, so which quadrant would that be? Your choices were first or second? Yes? Do you get why it's not third? Yes. Okay. So then I draw my little triangle. Negative 3, 5. Do you know the other side is 4? So that's the angle. So I'm now finding sine of that angle. Opposite over hypotenuse. Okay. Are you okay?
Never okay.
This is like inverse cosine negative 1/2. So what is that? Just the first part though.
I just did the math. I don't know. I just did it. Oh my God.
What angle is that?
Tangent of 2 pi over 3.
Right? 2 pi over 3 is where cosine equals negative 1/2 at a first or second. Then what is the tangent of 2 pi over 3? Okay, so you got there.
So can you do 5 over them?
Number 5?
Yeah.
So, inverse secant. You know secant's related to cosine, right?
What?
Do you know secant is related to cosine? Okay. So I flip this. That is negative root 3 over 2. You guys have to be good with the flipping. Like I know 1/2 every time I flip it is 2. I know root 2 over 2 when I flip it is root 2. Root 3 over 2 flipped is 2 root 3 over 3. And it goes both ways there with the flipping. 1 flipped is 1, 0 flipped is undefined. Good. Okay, so when I see this, when I see 2 root 3 over 3, I'm like, oh, that's like root 3 over 2 in the regular one. Okay, if you don't know, flip it. All right, rationalize. That's a negative. Do you see why it's better to just know them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not actually know.
Okay. So then you can evaluate this. You're just looking, when does cosine equal negative root 3 over 2? That happens at 5 pi over 6. All right. The trig values. So this is what your little trig quiz will be on. It will have secant, cosecant, all that stuff, okay? We're starting that this quarter. All right, what is the sign of 3 pi over 4? Positive. Okay. Cosine, 7 pi over 6? Good. Tangent, okay, 9 pi over 4. Did that mess with you guys? No, it's just keep going around the circle. What'd you get? 1. Yeah, because that's like tangent of pi over 4. Woohoo. Okay, cosecant, think of sine. What is the sine of 2 pi over 3? So we just talked about flipping it. What do we get? Yes. Are we okay with that flipping? Okay. Secant, that's like cosine. What's the cosine of pi over 2? What is 0 flipped? Okay, and then cotangent of 4 pi over 3? Root 3 over 3, yes. It's in the third quadrant, so it's positive. Questions on any of those, guys? How is 4 pi over 3 in the third quadrant? Yeah, these are back to just your trig values. Yes. You also can't do inverse cotangent of an angle. Like you get an angle as an answer. You can't. All right, guys. Yes. Not inverses, no. But it's yeah. But it will have secant, cosecant, yeah. Yep, it is time. Because you gotta do it in a efficient manner. You gotta know them well.
Yeah,
Yes, except it now has secant,
That they had it for seconds?
No, they told kids it doesn't have me that I was giving a for it. And then that kid relate to their teacher, and then that teacher. I know.
Those pieces. Whoever said that.
So we're going on second.
Can I get a bonus ticket for my birthday?
Somebody complained to the other teachers. They claimed that I was giving way more than a minute 30. Yeah,
It's just not a nice thing to do. What? I who would do that? What if I close?
That I was giving like a minute. Well, they told their friends they were.
I can't believe somebody actually does that. That's actually crazy. Why was it 4 seconds? You give us a 4 seconds. I'm gonna do it.
why is that only 4 seconds?
You want to do
All right, everybody have one for this. Okay, Alex, have a play. Yeah, I guess. All right, good luck, guys. Here we go. All right, guys, flip it over. If you have extended time, you know who you are. Keep going. Otherwise, flip it over and draw me a picture. Should I have given more direction on what to draw? I'm a little concerned. All right, time's up for everybody. Pass them over. It's trickier, I know.
I was blank.
We don't have bonus seconds. I will be discarding close. I'll have you take number one. Yeah, so I can cross off the
That's just zero. Cosine is oh, maybe it's zero.
Power went out.
I don't even know what the heck that
Another one over. It's still this one. That's 1-0. That's the cosine. So if that's the cosine of sine of 1 over 0 is 0. The cosine of 0 is 0 over 1. 1 over 0 is 1. I got it wrong. I put 0.
All right, guys. Get out whatever you're taking.
Are these long notes?
Nope. No, so those are inverses. Trig quizzes are still just regular old trig quizzes. That one can get dropped, James. We'll do more. Okay.
I feel like a lot of
The first one's
It's
always
that
rough.
stupid kid that said the 4 seconds.
I'm sure someone was just happy to have the 4 seconds, and then someone else was jealous that they didn't get the 4 seconds. So, you know,
We needed those 4 seconds.
I believe you. Sorry, guys. All right, notes. Actually, let's do. Sorry, guys. Let me erase and then we'll. Give me a second to erase a little more, guys, and then we'll start. Does look like factory. Okay, here we go. 7-2 notes, guys. We are solving trig equations. You get an actual answer, yeah. Guys, I'll walk you through the first one. I just want to give you a minute to write it down, okay? Write the directions too, because that actually matters a lot. So guys, everybody's laptop's closed. You don't need them right now. And again, everybody heard me earlier that 7-3 is the last one in this skill, and then it's review and test, okay? It's a short one. Yes. Yep. Wait, it's what?
After that,
Nope, we have skill 8, and then the cumulative. So you're
what is it? 5, 6,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 5 sections on your cumulative. Your cumulative is broken up over 2 days because it is a lot. And I requested an extra review day.
Wait, I appreciate it. Are the cumulatives only one semester?
No, there's 3 the year.
Okay.
Does it look way so great?
It can if you do better. It's a grade on its own. So like all 5 skills combined, you'll get a cumulative grade. And then I look at each individual skill, and if it's better than what you had, I replace it.
Oh, wow. That's like the retake that just aren't.
Right. Yep. Nope. That's your 3rd attempt on everything. You don't get. You're probably ready to move on to that. All right, guys, the first one. Okay. Do you see anywhere on here anything inverse, little -1, anything like that? No. So you know last time how we restricted the circle? Not doing that this time. The directions say solve 0 to 2 pi. That means once around, all the way around the circle, answer this question. So the first one, cosine of x equals 1/2. Where does cosine equal 1/2? And you can go all the way around the circle. And?
2 pi over 3 or 4 pi over 3.
5 pi over 3. Cosine's x, so we need first and fourth quadrant for positive 1/2, okay? And you're done.
Oh.
That's it. Now that's obviously a simple one, but that's it. Sarah, you guys want to take this one? Okay. Ready to go.
That was incredibly hard.
We got it? Still though, do you guys see knowing those values? It's crucial. Yeah. We're starting simple to make sure you get the idea. All right, you guys try number 2. Sine of x equals -√2 over 2. Jot it down, see if you can answer it. Check in with someone around you. I won't say your neighbor because lots of you don't have neighbors today. Yeah. X, we're solving for the x, the angle in there. So if it was like cosine of theta equals 1/2, we'd say theta equals, like it's the angle that you're solving for. Yeah. Tyler.
For the first question, suppose it was like
First and fourth. So it's cosine, which is your x values. Which 2 quadrants have positive x values? Yeah? All right, guys, so sine equaling -√2 over 2. Sine is your y value, right? So if it's negative, which 2 quadrants am I looking for? 3 and 4, right? Down 3 and 4. So what do you want to tell me? Where does sine equal -√2 over 2? There you go. Questions so far? Okay. All right, jot down number 3. It's really not that much harder, guys. I promise. If you know how to solve a basic equation, you know how to solve it. Back row, you guys got it? Okay.
Oh, is it just like, can you step over?
Look back on.
You guys want to try it?
Cool.
Check in with someone around you. Did you get the same thing? Aiden, find a new friend. Check in with someone. That looked a little painful. Check it over here. All right, guys, let's look at it. So basic solving, if we were just doing algebra, like if I just had 2x plus 1 equals 0, could you solve that? Yeah, what would I do? Negative, right? We'd subtract the 1 and then divide by 2. We're going to do that same thing here. So I would subtract the 1, divide by 2. Now it's back to like number 1 or 2. Where does sine equal negative 1/2? Good. Questions on that one?
No.
Okay. So far, so good? All right. Okay, jot down number 4.
Oh no, not square.
Oh, okay, yay.
Oh, this is one.
Not bad, right?
What formula is it?
It's not a formula. All right, guys, we have it written down? Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, keep writing. I will help you with this one, but jot it down for me.
Okay.
You got it written, right? That's all I'm asking. Did you write it down? Okay. Not yet. That will come into play at some point. Yeah.
Is it going to be in this version?
No, not in this one. Not a bad thought, but okay, guys. Remember how I always say factoring never goes away? That's because we're going to factor again. What can I factor out of both of those? A cosine. Cosine x. What would be left in parentheses? Yes, cosine x minus 1. Okay, what do I do once I've got it factored? What do I do with those factors? Think about, let's do, you don't have to write this part down. Just this is to jog your memory. This is called the zero product property. You can set each factor equal to 0. You guys remember this from algebra?
I hate this.
How do you hate this? That's just...
Not a bad
Okay, so let me show it to you with cosine. Are you okay getting here? Like you get the factor. Tyler, yes? All right, yes or no? Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure. Then just take each factor, set it equal to 0. So cosine of x equals 0. Cosine of x minus 1 equals 0.
Okay.
You now just have two little baby equations to solve. Okay, the first one you're just figuring out when does cosine equal 0, and the second one, move the 1 over when does cosine equal 1. Two different things to think about. So when does cosine equal 0? 2 and 3 pi over 2, okay. And there's only one place where cosine equals 1.
No, 0.
0. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and 2 pi.
Yes and no on 2 pi. Like, yes, but look at our directions. Is 2 pi included?
No.
Okay, so don't answer 2 pi. I know.
Well, what if you said cosine to the other side, then divided by cosine?
You will lose it.
Like, would you still give me credit for that?
You wouldn't get full credit. Okay, because you'd miss like a whole set of solutions. Okay. So guys, question was asked, could I move the cosine and then divide by cosine? So, no. If you do that, you're going to lose solutions. So you always want to factor, not divide away like a sine of x, a cosine of x, that sort of thing. Okay? So don't divide those things away. All right. Let's try again. Okay. We'll do the basic, just algebraic kind of equation first to make sure you guys remember. So jot down number 5 for me. 4x squared minus 3 equals 0. Got it, James?
Never.
Review algebra so that you're better at what I'm asking you to do. This is to help you. You can do it, I promise.
If I miss, I'll pick it up.
It's going to be loud when you miss. As predicted. All right, guys. Algebraically, what would I do first? Add 3. Okay, then. Okay, and after that, square root. Whoops. Okay. When we square root to solve an equation, what do we need to remember? Plus or minus. Good. All right. So the numerator is going to be square root of 3. What's the denominator going to be? 2. Okay.
Oh, could we square root?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it looks familiar, right? Familiar numbers. Okay. All right. Try it now with a sine squared instead of just an x squared. Then you have to simplify too. That's way too much work. Just taking the scenic route over there. I think we just did that. Try it, guys. Talk to each other. Are you getting there?
You know how to do the sine x.
So the process we used over there will help you over here. That's why we did that one first. That wasn't just random.
So the side of x equals plus or minus, but we just name every single place.
So we get
So you can take the square root of sine. The square being is that.
I know it messes with you, right? It really means
No five.
that's what it means. Does that help your brain? Okay. I know. The two of you. One of you is always struggling. Good. You were sick for a while there.
Yeah.
I felt bad. James, don't throw things. Hey, I'm glad you're getting the math. Still don't throw things. Thank you.
Are these the last two example questions?
No.
I could make I also have these much closer.
All right, move the 3. Guys, you know I can still see you even when I'm writing, right?
How?
I'm a teacher and a mom, so, you know.
Oh, wow.
I got my favorite combination for teacher and
Are we okay getting to that point? Yes.
Isn't the sign also have to be plus or minus? Is that
No, because it was squared. It's like when you're solving it, if you had x squared equals something, you don't make the x plus or minus, it's the other one. Okay. All right. I am looking for when does sine equal positive or negative root 3 over 2. Guys, it's easier when it's plus or minus because you don't have to figure out the quadrant. It's just all of them. Yeah, so that's kind of nice. So all of the over what's? Yes. So we get x equals pi over 3. Yep. Look at that. You know things. Okay. Getting there? Sure. No, because that would be pi, and that's not where sine equals root 3 over 2. Okay.
Oh, factor. I can already tell.
You can tell. Good job.
how many are we doing?
I think we go to 11.
I thought I had to skip factoring.
Factoring never goes away. You will never escape factoring. You go to statistics, you will. But other than that. You're a sophomore, right? Yeah.
I think I have to go back to my counselor anyways though because I think bio or AP environmental science, but it like as your teacher is like, well, if you want to be an engineer, you should probably do business.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just
I wanted to do that senior year, but I realized it really was much better junior year.
Well, then it gets tricky if you're like, well, I want to be a biomedical engineer. You know, like, then you're like, well, that's different than like a structural engineer or so many engineering worlds out there. Okay, factoring, guys. Do we have our factoring? So, with factoring trinomials, if you just see it and write it down, great. Guess and check, great. Circles and boxes and weird little charts, but you get there, great. As long as you can factor, I don't care. But if you are struggling with factoring, come and see me in Warhawk Time. Henry, phone away. Thank you. All right, so I like to guess and check on one like this because the numbers are all really small. I know the only way I get 2x squared is with a 2x and an x. To get -1, I need a -1 and a +1. I just have to figure out where they go. Guess and check means then I'm multiplying it out in my head. That's the check part of it, okay? And that works. If you did the what multiplies to -2 and adds up to 1 and wrote it out and regrouped it, that's awesome. Great. There's so many ways to get there. Yes. But then you have to regroup when you have a leading coefficient. It needs to end up as this when you factor. Then we set our factors equal to 0.
Yeah, I want to say it's not good.
Did we get x equals 1/2 and x equals -1? Yes? Okay. I heard a wait, why, something. What do we... There are lots of ways you can factor, but you should have those two factors somewhere. Are you good, James?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try that same idea, but with cosines. Again, we did number 7 on purpose to lead you through number 8, okay? It should help you. It should help you a lot. How we doing, guys? Check in with each other. Julian, how about you put the scissors away? There you go. We do. I know. We're having a Valentine's party tomorrow in advisory because we didn't have advisories today. So they started bringing in snacks early. They decorate their mugs, yeah.
Every time I set my backpack down and it gets too close, this moves and all of a sudden.
Oh, they clang together.
It's like flinch for a second after this.
Like, did I break all the mugs? The super expensive dollar store mugs that we No, I said we're going to 11. All right, we got a factor. We factored it just algebraically over on the left. Henry, phone. I shouldn't have to ask this many times. 2 cosine x minus 1 and cosine x plus 1. Do you guys see the factoring, how you can do it without the cosines and then just plug the cosines in? You see it? Then you're setting your factors equal to 0. So 2 cosine x minus 1 equals 0. Cosine x plus 1 equals 0. So I need to know, when does cosine equal 1/2? And when does it equal -1? So when does it equal positive 1/2? Pi over 3 and? Good. When does it equal -1? Sine would be 3 pi over 2. Cosine's the x value, so it's just pi. Yeah? Okay. All right, questions there? We see how the factoring works? Not do we like factoring, but we see how it works. Okay. All right, couple more, guys. Maybe. Let me erase and then we'll... Okay, guys, new directions. Solve and find all solutions. Sometimes it'll say general solutions. Those mean the same thing. I'll explain what it is. And around the circle, around the circle, around the circle, around the circle. I'll show you how you answer that way. It's just one extra thing you write from what we were doing before. Okay, so jot the first one down. We'll do it together. I'll explain. Okay, where does tangent equal positive root 3? Just once around the circle, where does that happen? Pi over 3 and? Okay. I'm going to leave a little space and write both of those. Okay, so that's the same as what we were doing, right? We're just figuring out where this happens on your circle. What we're going to do is travel around the circle infinitely many times, okay? So how far is it around the circle? 2 pi. So we're going to say plus 2 pi k. Remember we did domain and you had that like 2 pi k or whatever something k because it repeated over and over? That's what's happening here. So When you see find all solutions, that means you will have K in your answer. K is technically positive and negative, so you're really going forwards around the circle and backwards around the circle. It covers everything. All right. Not really too much more than what we were doing. All right, you guys try number 10 for me. Maybe.
Okay. Do 5K is Sunday to go around one more.
K is, if K is 1, you go once more. If K is 2, if K is 3, if K is 4, if K is 97, if K is negative 112. K is integers, okay? That's why you could never list all of these answers. It would just keep going forever and ever and ever. Solve it. Yes, we'll talk next time about why we could do pi k and when that might happen.
Wait, for that, what are the solutions? Just pi?
No, plus 2 pi. Are you talking 9 or 10? 10?
0 plus.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no.
So it can't just be 2 pi.
It could be if that were where it was, but it isn't. Because when you move the 2 over, it becomes negative, right? If it was positive, yes, you'd be right. All right. Did you guys get an answer? What'd you get? Fortune? I like that. Yeah. Let's look. So I'd move the 2 over. I'd divide by the 2. Krish, look up here. So guys, where does cosine equal negative 1?
When it's negative pi. No, when it's
Pi.
negative pi.
And then since it says all solutions, plus 2 pi k. Okay.
Wait, so what's the difference between all solutions and general solutions?
Nothing.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Are we good on that one? One more, guys. One more. Maybe. There's nowhere for this to go. All right, you guys try this. Do we see that it's a factoring problem? Okay. You what? No, just hold on. Check in with Ricky, see if you guys agree. Uh-oh. Talk to each other then and figure it out. You got answers, Aiden? Okay.
I only have one.
That's okay.
I didn't know how to factor. This is weird to factor.
Can you factor this? Okay.
It's been a while. If I think about it hard enough, I can.
Okay.
I was really good at factoring.
Do that, and then instead of the x's, put in cosine of x. That's it. Baby steps if we need it.
Yes, well, I gotta see mine.
Who'd you have last year? Are we good with the factoring, guys? Do I need to solve both of those factors, or are they going to be the same? They're the same. So, when is cosine 1? Hmm?
2 pi k.
That's covered in 2 pi k, right? Okay, guys, how'd we do?
The original side on there, how does like cos x, I get the minus both are minus 1, how does cos x like cos x squared, and then also
You sound like you're speaking a foreign language right now.
I speak all 3 different cos x, like can you just go through it?
Why do you call it cos?
It's not cos.
It is cos.
It's not.
Okay, can you abbreviate cosine?
Cosine. Okay, Tyler,
The
here.
abbreviation of cosine?
What is cosine times cosine?
Maybe on a video we shoot factor.
Cosine squared minus 2 of these, right?
Oh, yeah.
Plus 1. Yeah? Sorry. Factory.
Oh, it's talking.
All right.
That's coming for like
That was the
Second bell ring?
I don't know what bell you're talking about, so there's a lot of bells. All right, guys, questions on any of it? Okay, that's the end of notes. We're going to do a quizzes. After the quizzes.
Oh, yeah.
Keep quickly. You just gave me my
All right, guys, here it is. You can just take that one if you need it. Guys, you'll probably want a whiteboard or scratch paper or something to do these on. Join the quizzes, partner up if you would like. Okay. Chris, put your phone away. Sorry.